Welcome back to the Rotax Max Challenge Thailand, round number 1 of 2025. We are back at the famous BAHRAIN circuit in Thailand. Right now the temperature is 31 degrees and will peak at 32 Celsius later on during 3 to 4 p.m., which is set dead right when qualifying practice starts. First up, we have on the list is official practice number 1 for the youngsters in the Micro Max and Micro Rookie category. So here we are on grid for the first official practice of the Rotax Max Challenge Thailand Championship. A relatively low populated category with 8 drivers, but in this category we have seen fabulous and hard but fair racing in this category. And in today's layout we have 10 corners. So the first corner will be a high-speed right sweeping. You have to prioritize exit as you go into the Mickey Mouse, a consecutive right and left turn for turn 3 and turn 4. And on your screen right now is turn 7 off the track. We have to prioritize the exit, leading towards the back stretch. Relatively hot braking zone here, turn 9. Shoots you out into turn 10 where you have to have a dash of the left curb as you set up for the right-hander. And this morning's free practice session, Chinapat Vejabuti was on top of the charts. And as we transition into official practice number 1, we'll have to see who will come out on top. So far still a slow, steady practice session. These official practices are 10 minutes each. So as a racing driver, you really have to capitalize on the 10 minutes you have for practice. You can't be fooling around. You need to know what you want to analyze, what you want to test in each session. So far, screen here, lead pack, lead number 56. Zero Tapat. Leading, followed by the number 35 of Kalen Delsi. Right on the tail of the number 56. Thailand Championship. We have always seen this layout can provide so many overtaking opportunities. And for Thai locals here, they especially know this configuration extremely well. So far, around 5 minutes have passed in official practice number 1. Driver coming out on top so far is the number 78, Chinapat Vejabuti. Best lap time, 58.239. Roughly 2/10 faster than second place. Quick down behind. Number 98 of Sirachach Bangnoy sends it down the inside of turn number 1. To remind you guys, these youngsters are around 8 to 10 years old who are racing these categories, so extremely committed and mature racing drivers at such a young age. So much potential to branch off. The way you start, the more experience you have, the progress through your racing career. And Rotex Max Challenge Thailand,
not a bad start for your racing career at all.
Karato takes first place, 57.9, 2.5 tenths faster lap time than Chinapan Vejabuti in our first official practice session of the day. It's a CRG card wrapped in a pink livery. Don't see very often. A little bit of excitement tickering here. Sarang is being followed by the number 39. Jun Karato, who's currently purple.
Purple lap. This session so far.
And Chinapan Vejabuti improves to a 57.991. Jun Karato improves to a 57.6. 3.5 tenths faster than P2 goes Jun Karato. And two drivers pitting, the number 99 and the number 89. So former being Tantach, the latter being Sidovic. And there we go, we have our head-up display on the left side of your screen now, displaying the best lap times of these 8 drivers. The number 99 of Tantach coming in to check his tire temperatures. So far, we see Jun Karato absolutely flying out there. 57.58. Almost 4 tenths faster than P2 now. So whatever Jun Karato's got under his belt so far, this young boy is an absolute rocket ship in this championship so far as we see. Just a little bit over 30 seconds left on the clock. Jun Karato will have one more lap to showcase what he's got in official practice number 1. Relatively sunny day so far in BAHRAIN circuit. Just a few hours before it was quite gloomy, looked like it was about to rain, but now the sun is out and we are familiarized with Thailand's hot weather. So that was official practice number 1 for Micro Max and Micro Rookie as the checkered flags come out. Next up at 11:27 is the Mini Max and Mini Rookie official practice number 1, which will again last only 10 minutes. And so official practice for these Mini Max drivers will happen in around 3 minutes. And it's quite exciting already to see how these drivers in the new season will perform. Some of the drivers becoming more experienced in their own category. Some of the drivers advancing towards a newer category. So it'll be interesting to see the balance also between the aspiring new drivers and the experienced drivers in their respective categories. Here's the number 165 of Porsche DNA. And this grid is a 12 driver grid for the Mini Max drivers. Again, this category always provides extremely close, extremely competitive racing. The person you have to look out for so far is last year's champion Pirapong Pansutamno, the number 109 Singhakat. So many drivers, after winning this championship, go on to the Road Tax Grand Finals, which is held this year in Bahrain. Collecting so much experience. And quite a colorful helmet for the number 119 of Chaikon Mina. As the number 177 of Tanarat Red Djibouti, getting a quick brief with his mechanic. I like all karting sessions so far, the green flag is out and everybody is still in Parc Fermé. And there we go. Now it starts flowing and everybody is out of Parc Fermé. Nice little heads-up display showcasing the Mini Max and Mini Rookie official practice number 1. 2 minutes and a bit have passed for Mini Max and Mini Rookie official practice number 1 as we are just getting started in this category. The age groups for this category is from around 10 to 12 years old. So many experienced drivers in this category. And I think if you guys have been watching Rotax Mix Challenge Thailand Championship for a few years, you will understand the amount of competitiveness in this category so far. Everybody's so close to each other. And the lap times already show as P1 and P2 running 55.709 and 55.720. So extremely close between these two guys. And so far with 6 minutes left on the dot, your top 5 is Patapol, Tanavarat, Pirapongpan, Palat, and Chayakorn. As the number 130 are not quite finding his way out of Park Ferme just yet. And Tanavarat Vejabuti, 55.3. Makes his way up to first position so far in the first official practice. Now the tire pressures are starting to come in for these drivers now. So we'll definitely see the timetables shake up a little bit more as drivers are now ready for their hot laps. And Pirapongpan improves to a 55.424. Around a 10th separating the top two. Tanawat Betjabuti, we already saw his capabilities in the Micro Max and Micro Rookie category. Now as he moves up to the Mini Max and Mini Rookie, will he be able to fight with the top guys in tomorrow's race? So we can see Pirapongpan Sutamno unleashing his human DRS. And Samrat Vejabuti being a little cheeky, trying to follow behind Pirapongpan. Trying to see both of their strength and weaknesses on track. Pirapongpan deploying that human DRS again down the back straightaway. Tamrat Vejabuti just slides a little bit on exit. Pirapongpan jostling in his steering wheel. Both drivers still running incredibly close and competitive lap times to each other. P3, P4, P5, P6. Chayakorn, Patapol, Palat, and Prin Vongapon, all in the 55.5s. With only Tanarat Vejabuti and Pirapongpan breaking into the 55.3s and 4s. So these two drivers are the most competitive ones so far. With such a close top 6 grid, we are promised to see incredible racing later this afternoon in qualifying heat number 1. So from last year now, the updated schedule is on Saturday after qualifying practice for all categories. We will have qualifying heat number 1 before the end of the day. As Pirapongpan now, let's Tanurat Vechabuti by. Little swap in positions, and both actually pit. So that's the end of their official practice number 1 session. With a minute and a half left on the clock. More drivers have already pitted. So this category, I've already seen drivers not come out of Park Ferme, entering the pits early, showcasing their confidence. And on screen so far is the number 105 of Papasaton. Still haven't broken into the sub 56s, but extremely close so far. More drivers coming to the pit now. Number 115 of Ganpong. And with 15 seconds left, this is the number 118 of Prin Vonkapon. And he will have one more chance, I reckon. There's the checkered flag, so he won't have another chance to do a lap for Prin Vonkapon. And he does not improve. So your top 5 in official practice number 1 for Minimax and Mini Rookie: Tanarat Vechabuti, Pirapongpan Sutamno, Chayagon Mina, Patapol, and Palat. Is your top 5 in the timetables for official practice number 1. And already on grid, these guys are prepared. It is the Junior Max and Junior Rookie official practice number 1. We see a lot of new faces for the junior grid this year. So a few drivers are new to this grid. Pumsit Glomajong, a driver from the mini category who has moved and advanced his way up to the junior category. There's also Mikhail and Pun, to name but a few. So it should be interesting to see how these drivers perform in their new categories. So now the sun is fully out, and we can see the heat on track. So remember to stay hydrated for both drivers, mechanics, and team members. And the Junior Max and Junior Rookie official practice number 1 will start at 11:40. So 1 minute. 1 minute remains until practice starts. Unlike the mini max and mini rookie category, the juniors are eager to go out for official practice number 1. Still a bigger grid than the mini max and the micro max, consisting of 13 carts in this category. The junior category is quite an interesting category. They're drivers who just started karting and they have moved their way. They have picked the junior category to start in, and there are also drivers who have just advanced from the mini max category. So the mini max category provides a lower horsepower, a lower torque engine. And when you transition towards the junior max and junior rookie category, so many drivers struggle with fitness, whether it be core muscles, neck muscles. Everything needs to change because you're doing so many more G's in this new category. Not only that, your driving style changes with more bottom end power and more horsepower in general. Really need to control your throttle work. But Phumsit Glomajong, who have just transitioned from the mini max category to the junior category, does not seem to be struggling. He clocks in a 54.6, the fastest so far. But tire pressures have not started rolling in yet. We'll definitely see the timetables shuffle. But so far, a lot of new faces in the junior max and junior rookie category this year. Our experienced junior driver Panu Stianmankong shows what he's got against these youngsters and clocks in a 53.099. So 2.5 tenths faster than P2 so far. As the number 233 Chisanapong sends it down the inside of Mikhail into the Mickey Mouse. With 3.5 minutes past, Panu Stianmankong clocks in a 52.8, being the first one to break into the sub 53s. Phumsit Glomajong close to the sub 53s, 53.054. Panu just 2 tenths faster than Phumsit. 2 tenths is 1/5 of a second. It's incredible to comprehend. So small, such a small margin between these drivers. It's less than I think less than a blink of an eye. And Panu increases his lead margin, 52.7 now. Panu has found 1/10 more in official practice number 1. And Phumsit breaks into the sub 53s, 52.996. And managing official practices, number 1, number 2, before your qualifying practice can be extremely important. But more in general, building up your weekend, building up your race weekend is extremely important. If you can have effective practice sessions, trying different setups, trying different driving styles, analyzing different driving styles, following other drivers, you're able to build up your race weekend to be stronger. So everything counts towards the Sunday race. So far on screen we see is Nawendase and Mikhail. Still, like I said, a lot of new faces so far in this category. Be interesting to see how they perform. So far, Panu Stianmankong, absolute domination in official practice number 1, 52.566. 4/10 faster than Nawendase. 4/10 may not seem a lot, but in the racing world, it's like a few minutes. You can have. So Panu Stianmankong, definitely an experienced driver in this category, definitely knows what he's doing, as he is rocking the Grand Finals Thailand racing suit. And that is number 264 of Phumsik Klomajong coming into the service area for some setup changes. Just a little under 3 minutes to go now for official practice number 1. There's quite a bit of a jostle for second position. And the driver that catches up to Panu Stianmankong is now Nado. So Nado clocks in a 52.886, 3/10. Still slower than Panu Stianmankong. So here we are. This is Nado 235 in the yellow cart. And he is rocking the golden cart with the green and yellow suit. Again, not something you see often on track, but it's definitely an eye catcher. This livery, absolute eye catcher with the golden livery. Shine bright like a diamond. And Nato actually improves to a 52.7. So he has found something on track. And he actually moves into first position. Nado, extremely fast, 52.512, takes down Panu Stianmankong with a minute and a half to go. Nado definitely found something in that lap. So Panu no longer dominating in this category. Your new challenger, just a little under 1 minute to go for Rotax Max Challenge Thailand official practice number 1 for the juniors. Extremely close between Nado and Panu. As we look outside the commentary box, Panu Stianmankong has decided he wants to end his session early. So more drivers start to pit now. This is the number 239. He is rocking the Red Bull style Max Verstappen helmet. Set to what Tanti Ventricle. The checkered flag goes out. So far, we have to make sure there are no advancements in the top 5. Nado comes around for his final lap, and he does a 52.515, so extremely consistent. But that is it for official practice number 1 for the juniors. Your top 5 is Nado, Panu, Nawin Dase, Pumsit Klomajong, and Chisanopong. And your top 2, Nado and Panu, running in the 52.5s. And then P3, P4, and P5 in the 52.9s. And P5 running in 53.1. And we transition into our biggest category. So this, of course, will be the Senior Max and Max Masters. So this is the ages 15 and above. Racing in this category. Again, a lot of experienced drivers also in this category, and we have always seen close and hard racing. Be interesting to see as the weekend plays out. What strategies drivers have in mind so far. This is number 224 of Jenny Bibinet. And are being coached by Ta Ananton, a driver racing in the TSS GT4 category. And 1 minute board comes up. And here we go soon for the Senior Max and Max Masters. First official practice session of this season. So the energy cuts predominating the front row of the grid at Parc Fermé. They all go at once. So the 4 energy cards are now out on track. And they are followed out by nobody else. So they are so far running their own official practice session. And now the grid starts flowing. So 318 of Panyakon around Rasimi, 359 of Nawin Natipanon, and the 355 of Zain Tan has just left the Parc Fermé grid. Right now drivers start rolling out. Here we go. This is the biggest category of the Road Tex-Mex Challenge Thailand Championship this season. 20 drivers on grid. A lot of drivers in this category have raced overseas in Europe. A lot of interesting drivers in this category. The Gale brothers, Toby Gale and Austin Gale. Panyakon Aram Rasami. Rajarat, Siri Kong Siri. Drivers all have experienced the grand finals. So the best of the best in Thailand, racing in the Road Tex-Mex Challenge Thailand. A little over 7 minutes left in official practice number 1. Let's just wait for tire pressures to come in a little bit before we start seeing who is on pace for the practice session. But a lot of, again, new faces that we've never seen in the senior grid. This is great to see more drivers being introduced to this category as well. And ever since the time when I raced, the senior category has started picking up momentum. Again, we want karting in Asia in general to really pick up pace. Start becoming what it was before the pre-COVID era again. Minutes have passed, and so far your top 5 is Siri Kong Siri, clocking in a 51.556, almost 2/10 faster than P2 Panyakon Aram Rasami. Third position so far is Jenny Bibinet. Fourth on the grid is Zachary Boyce, and fifth on the grid is Clifford Ganjanapas. Clifford Ganjanapas, again another extremely experienced driver in this category. And it being the biggest category, the biggest category of this championship so far, I believe it will provide some of the most intense racing. The big one on Sunday. So if any of you guys are wondering, what's the difference between the Junior Max and Senior Max? I believe the Senior Max has a power valve allowing you to, it adds more horsepower to the Rotax engines. So between your middle to top end, you'll experience more power gains in the Senior Max and Senior Max and Senior Max Masters category. But on screen it says Senior Max and Senior Rookie. It's actually Senior Max and Max Masters. On screen so far we have the number 360 of Paco Miguel. And the two Gill brothers have already showcased their speed so far in this category. Austin Gale 51.1, still 2/10 faster than his brother Toby Gale. So on screen is the number 323 of Toby Gale. And this year they have transitioned towards the Birel kart for the two Gale brothers. Austin Gale improves again, 51.007. I especially think on qualifying practice, we will see people break into the sub 51s, even in the increased heat temperature. Toby Gale also improves to 51.26. Siri Kong Siri followed behind, 51.386. I'm not quite sure, but I believe Zachary Boyce, a newcomer in this category, is already doing incredibly well. He's in the top 5 of the timetables already. Around 2.5 minutes left for official practice number 1. Your top 5 still remain steady. This is the number 323 so far, Toby Gale. And in front is a group of energy car drivers being separated by the number 395. So far, nobody has improved any more in their lap times. The 383 of Siri Kongsri already pitting. Several drivers have already pitted. The 395 driver still struggling in official practice number 1. Not able to keep pace with Austin Gill just yet. We'll have to see how he performs in qualifying practice. 30 or so seconds left in the session. The checker flag is now out. The top 5 stays the same. So your top 5 again will be Austin Gale, Toby Gale, Siri Kongsri, Panyakon Aram Rasami, and Zachary Boyce, with their lap times showcased on the live stream. The 2 Gale brothers already taking the top 2 positions in the official practice number 1. So right now the time is 12:03 and we will transition into lunch break. And we will be back on 12:50. So 12:50 is the time we will be back for Micromax and Micro Rookie official practice number 2. So see you guys then, and thank you for tuning in for the official practice number 1 of this season.